Hey, welcome to 616 Toy Reviews. This is Aaron here. We're looking at Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Invisible Woman, also known as Sue Storm, one of the hottest girls in the Marvel Universe. So we'll see you soon. Welcome back to 616 Toy Reviews. This is Aaron here. We're looking at Marvel Legends Walgreens exclusive Invisible Woman. She's also known as Sue Storm to a lot of you Fantastic Four fans. She's a pretty nice figure all around. I really like her. She's got a Herbie here with her. Walgreens doesn't get Build-A-Figures, so a lot of times they have some really good accessories that come along with their figures. So let's get straight into it. So we'll start with the articulation. She's got pretty much all the normal articulation of most Legends. She's got her ball joint. She's got a swivel joint and an elbow joint here at the elbow. She's got a swivel and a wrist joint. She's got the torso joint. Her neck joint, of course, which you can go forward, you can go side to side pretty well, but one thing you can't do is you can't really go farther than this backwards. That's because of her hair. Of course, I'd rather take the hair than have her looking up, to be honest with you, because she looks beautiful. She's got the ball joints in her legs. She's got the swivel joint in her upper thigh. She's got the double knee joint, and she also has a ankle rocker and a swivel, or not a swivel, ankle rocker and yeah, swivel, I guess that's what you would call it. So, anyways, she's also got a pretty good paint job on her for the most part. It's nice and solid. There's a few complaints I have about it. One thing, I feel like the paint wash, they used a very light paint wash on her, and that paint wash just kind of dinges the colors inside. The color itself isn't real bright to begin with. So it kind of makes it almost look a little dingy. My other complaint is that they gave this clear arm here with no other clear arm for the other side, and they also didn't give you a solid arm. I particularly like my action figure to or my Sue Storm to have a complete outfit with no invisible parts. At the same time, they also gave you this invisible hand to put on her hand, and my problem with that is that it just looks even more funky, because now she's got two hands that are disappearing, the rest of her body is clear, or I mean it's solid colors. So I just feel like if you're going to do that, you should have added more, like you should have added a solid arm on the other side and another solid hand, and that would have been perfect. But they did come with Herbie, and Herbie's an interesting story, actually. In 1978, they created a Fantastic Four cartoon. Human Torch was licensed to another company for a movie that he was going to be in. It was a solo movie. It never actually materialized, never came to fruition. And Stan Lee had decided that they had to have four. It's Fantastic Four, not Fantastic 3. So they had to have another character. He pitched a little friendly, cute robot to go along with it. And Herbie was sent out to a guy named Dave Cochran, who just didn't like the character whatsoever. So it was farmed out to Jack Kirby, who created Herbie. And so I thought that was kind of an interesting story. The figure itself is it's kind of cool. There's not a lot of posability in him. You get a little head swivel here. You can move side to side. He's got this little stand that allows him to be low. You can have him low on the ground here, or else you can have him up on the stand, because of course he is a robot that floats. So I like the stand myself. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting accessory. It's an accessory, but it's also another figure in itself, which is kind of cool. It's like getting two in one. So, Sue Storm, I mean, everybody knows about the Invisible Woman. She's married to Reed Richards, one of the, Mr.Fantastic, one of the most famous weddings in Marvel history. She's quite a figure. As far as the other figures, she's having a lot of figures come out. I gotta say, this is my second favorite after the Ronin wave. Invisible Woman. The one thing about the Ronin wave is it's a different costume. So you almost can't even compare the two, because they're two different costumes. But I will say this. I really think that this is the best version of this costume that they've done, in my opinion. I don't, again, the arm, I don't know, you know, that's kind of, it almost makes it hard to say that, but the face sculpt is amazing, and the sculpt on the face really brings the whole figure together for me, and the proportions are perfect. I don't think she doesn't look like she's got an oversized body or anything, so I really, really like that. So, well, we're going to go to the next step, which is size comparison. We got, first of all, one of my favorite characters nowadays. We got Spider-Gwen, Gwen Stacy here. You can see that she's a little bit skinnier. She's a little bit tinier of a lady, so a little bit tinier of a girl. So she does tend to look a little bit. It almost looks perfect together. So you got them two together, and then you also got a DC guy here. He's a custom, but you can see that the size of Batman. So if you're going with the 6-inch scale for DC, she really fits in really well with that scale too. And they look really good together. So personally, I think, you know, as far as scale, she fit in with probably anything that you need in your collection for that Fantastic Four fan. So finally is the rating. You know, I definitely like her a lot. I mean, the face brings it through. I would say I give her an 8 out of 10. I give her an 8 out of 10 for the following reasons. There's two things I've mentioned. The paint wash makes the colors look dingy. I like my colors to pop. I know the colors of Fantastic Four weren't always necessarily super, super bright, and I don't need them bright. I just don't like them when they look dingy. And that paint wash almost kind of feels dingiest to me, just a tiny bit. And then, of course, the clear arm, which I've complained about a lot in this video. So that's why I would leave it at an 8 out of 10. Overall, I'd buy her in a heartbeat. I'd own her. She's definitely worth the $20, $22.99 for her. You can find her on the aftermarket, varying in prices from anywhere from about full price $22.99 down to about $14.99 without Herbie. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time here at 616 Toy Reviews.